My friend. All right, guys. So
we got a tar finger. Say hi, and we got a Claire Bear.
Claire Bear. I'm wearing the bracelets tonight. I got my Claire Bear inner going on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nerdy Effect. I am your host, Jizzy, and we are into part 2 of Comics and Bronchitis. So, yes, we can slam the high definition, stream towards you, but if it's a little cloudy, that's it. It's over for some damn reason. I don't know. Maybe there's a connection missing in the line or something and rain gets in, but it only seems to happen when I'm streaming. Like if I'm playing a video game or something, nope, no problem at all. If I'm watching other streams like Tarfinger, I would say Ron Mexico, but that dude moved to England. But if I'm watching anybody else, it's fine, but as soon as I'm on, they can't handle the load or something like that, and that's what she said. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, rolling as hard as we can. Make sure you vote in the wild card round of the Ultra Random Brawl. Hopefully we'll make it to the end of this one and start the second one. If not, we'll figure it up on Friday. So we got lingerie, marbles, friendship, and moonshine. Type it in how you see it. That's how you vote with them capital letters. If that one guy was in there, I had to slap him twice because apparently he doesn't know what capital letters are. I am sick with bronchitis. If you guys are just tuning in and you missed the first part of it, yes, I am. So now I'm trying a Fizz Kid remedy, which is pineapple. I didn't have strictly pineapple juice at the gas station, so it's pineapple and orange juice. It's close enough. It's got pineapple-y-ish stuff in it.
Don't worry, Fizz Kid. I'm going to get him some not from concentrate pineapple juice tomorrow.
Friendship for life. Mr. Liswitz, my communist friend. I think everybody in their life has to have a communist friend, and that one is everybody's wholesome family friend. Pineapple juice. Alright, so what I'm going to do, since we have pretty much like 20 minutes in as is, I'm going to go ahead and try to move forward with the show as best I can. So, let's bring up a old topic, one of my favorites, and it is what this day is based around. It is welcome to today, and in today, we got some news to drop on you. Yes, I have stopped the Wednesday shows, but what are you talking right now? We're on Wednesday. Well, the reason is because today is it's an International Geek Pride Day. I don't like the word, like I was talking in the previous show, I don't like the word geek. I think it's kind of derogatory. I don't like it. I like nerd. Nerd sounds good. It's wholesome. You picture a dude in glasses or something like that.
You think that person is really smart. Whatever it is you're smart about, they're smart.
So glad I made it the wild card round. That's true.
It's a faux show.
That's true. But faux show, how are you doing, my friend? My wood nickel brother. Alright, so anyway, today is International Geek Pride Day. I am starting a movement. I don't like the word geek. It is International Nerd Pride Day. That's what it is. Now, your question is, did I make it up? No, I'm just changing the name around. So, why is it International Nerd Pride Day? Well, this is what it is. Geek Pride Day.
Claire Bear's got a head cold too.
I'm sorry, I feel you, girl. I really do. Geek Pride Day originated in Spain in 2006, so that's pretty cool. It didn't even originate here; it originated there. It is everyone's right to be a geek and nerd, and Geek Pride Day celebrates this on one of the most important dates in nerd history: the opening day of the original Star Wars trilogy. So, Star Wars: A New Hope opened on this day, May 25th. 1977, today. That's why they started this. So I got to thinking, and I couldn't find any actual info on this. I am Tar. Why? Be proud of me.
Because Tar is a geek and a nerd.
He is. That's right. But I couldn't find any actual evidence of this, of other movies based on May 25th alone. So I'm trying to figure out what's more movies that were released on May 25th. Here's a fun list for you. So, the big one right off the bat was A New Hope. Star Wars A New Hope in 1977. 2 years later, in 1979, May 25th, Alien debuted. Look at that. That's two back to back. There we go. In 1983, Return of the Jedi. George Lucas? Damn, look at that. So the only one that didn't land on May 25th was Empire Strikes Back. Turns out in 1980, it launched on May 21st. I'm going to count that. I'm going to count that as it was almost May 25th, and I've got a few honorable mentions to go. So,
it can be a nerd week.
It is. So in May 25th, 1988, two movies that I consider at least in the nerdy genre, definitely not geek genre, but nerdy genre. Mike Just Mike. What's going on, Mike Just Mike? I like that name.
Mike. No, it's Mike.
Mike.
Just Mike. No, it's Mike.
Mike.
Stop it.
Nope.
It's Mike. Just Mike. It's like 007.
Yeah, there you go. So two movies that I consider at least in the nerd genre. Rambo 3 debuted on May 25th, and also Crocodile Dundee 2. So I consider it. Maybe you don't, but I definitely do. So this is the big one for me, at least. On May 25th, 1990, this feature film right here, Hide Behind the Robot, which is Back to the Future 3 launched. That's why I'm here. It is Star Wars. It is Back to the Future. It is Alien. And then these last two I kind of just pulled out of the pile. In 1994, May 25th, Beverly Hills Cop 3. Granted, it makes it a trilogy, and Beverly Hills Cop 3 was probably the worst of the three, but I'm a huge Axel Foley fan. I actually had a dog. There you go, Fizz Kid, talking about the previous story. I actually had a dog growing up that we named Axel based on Axel Foley from Beverly Hills Cop. So, and then the last one, and this one's really stretching it, but in 2012, on May 25th, Men in Black 3 debuted. Granted, again, the worst of the franchise, but I think they might revive that with that 21 Jump Street meets Men in Black. I think that actually be kind of cool. I'm kind of going for it.
Say hi to Drew Baca.
Drew Baca. I saw you. That's right. You guys are drinking beer together. Good. About damn time you guys are hanging back out. But except stop trying to make a day out of everything. So anyway, these are my honorable mentions because they weren't quite May 25th, probably because they didn't land on a Thursday, Friday, or something like that, especially the older ones.
Powerplug has a cat named Rainbow.
Hey, see, there we go. Everything's connected.
A good name
we all fall under this. Welcome to today. Mine has been blown. So these are the honorable mentions that I think should fall under the Nerd Pride Day. Granted, it's Nerd Pride Week, which kind of works. So we said it earlier in May 21st, 1980, The Empire Strikes Back launched. In 1984, on May 23rd, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. You're talking 2 days away from this? I think that's close enough to go. So in 1987, May 20th, Beverly Hills Cop 2. I like that. You didn't think that Beverly Hills Cop would actually have, connecting dates like that. I think that's pretty close. And then, of course, in 1989, on May 24th, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. So look at that. Indiana Jones, the same thing, launched in May, very close to the same dates. The only reason they're probably not on the same date is because it was probably a Thursday rather than a Friday. This one is kind of stretching the nerd realm.
Claire Bear. Hope
Claire
you
Bear.
Better.
Yeah, it feels so much better. But this one's definitely stretching the nerd realm. In May 24th, 1995, Braveheart debuted. I consider that nerdy.
I mean, there's the whole...
There's that whole people that who aren't Scottish, who dress up like Scottish people because they want to be Mel Gibson. Nerd Pride. I think it is. My cat's first name is Ghidorah. Ghidorah? Ghidorah. Ah, okay. Japanese doesn't register in my head fast. So the last two that I have...
count. Fox is filling in for K9.
Oh. So this one definitely doesn't really count, but it has to. On May 26, 2006, X-Men The Last Stand launched. That is definitely the worst. Well, I don't know, man. Wolverine Origins was pretty craptacular. But X-Men The Last Stand, May 26th. And then the last one on my list is May 23rd, 2014. And that's when X-Men Days of Future Past launched. And I'm like, that definitely falls in the category. So these are talking 2 or 3 dates different from May 25th. I definitely think that stretches in the realm. So those are the movie dates, which is what this holiday, not a holiday, but what this day is based around in general. History nerdism. I actually did the research so I could actually do this. So here's something I believe Fizz Kid is actually really going to enjoy. So also with Geek Pride Day, International Nerd Pride Day is what I'm trying to make it. There is also International Towel Day on May 25th. And I know you're like, no, nerdy, nobody likes towels. Nobody has a towel. Well, it actually has a nerd reference. I love all the X-Men movies. Will you get the hell out of here? No, sorry. No, we can't be friends no more. Now, somebody write me a new song. You like The Last Stand... All right, moving on along. So, International Towel Day, observed by fans of the author Douglas Adams. Douglas Adams is famous for writing Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I know,
that is one of those seriously super duper geeky movies.
You knew where you were going with
Yes. There he goes. So there's
so long, and thanks for all the fish.
There is a whole long dialogue for this, and I'm going to try to read it as best I can. Sorry, everyone. Wi-Fi.
Aww.
And I'm still at the beginning of the stream.
Everybody all run next.
What? Still at the beginning of the stream? This still is the beginning, unless you're in the other one. Make sure to bring a towel. Not really, but that might be where we got the reference from. So I'm going to try to read this as fast as I can so you guys can kind of get the reference of where this came from, because it actually is from the book Hitchhiker's Guide. Don't forget your fish. What are your thoughts on the Alien vs. Predator movies? I don't mind them. They're kind of cool. It's a good take, and it's a way to take two different genres and mash them together in sort of a good epic fight.
I like wine.
Jizzy only mostly harmless? Probably. Today is National Wine Day. Of course you would know that. You're also the one that sent me bronchitis. So, right there. It came right from him. I can't even blame you no more.
I know.
So,
the fact that I don't have bronchitis.
International Towel Day is relative to Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Towel Day is celebrated every year on May 25th as a tribute to the author Douglas Adams. By his fans on this day, fans openly carry a towel with them as described in Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy to demonstrate their appreciation for the books and the author. The ceremony was first held on May 25th, 2001, 2 weeks after Adams' death.
Even a babblefish can't help you, Fizz.
Literally always have a towel with me because of that book. There you go. See? All right, Char, you can be my friend again. Just don't talk about X-Men movies when I'm around. The second, it wasn't that bad. And you don't even speak English, so I don't want to hear it. You don't even, they must have been saying awesome things. You're like, I don't understand, Jupiter. All right, so the original quotation that explains the importance of the towel was found in chapter 3, and it says, a towel is about the most massively useful thing an interstellar hitchhiker can have. Partly it has great practical value. You can wrap it around your head as warmth as you bound across the cold moons of Jagelin Beta. You can lie it on the brilliant marble sanded beaches of Stratanus 5, inhaling the heady sea vapors. You can sleep under it beneath the stars, which shine so readily on the desert world of Krakafum. Use it as a sail to mine rift down the slow, heavy river Moth.
Hi, young mommy.
Wet it for use in hand-to-hand combat. Wrap it around your head to ward off noxious fumes to avoid the gaze of the ravenous bull bladder beast of Trala.
Your face is a bull bladder.
I agree. It assumes that you can see it. It assumes that you can see it. It can see you. Draft it as a brush. It will. Dang. But very, very, missed that part. You can wave your towel for emergencies and distress signals. And of course, dry yourself off with it if you need to be clean enough. So that's just a little bit of what the book actually says. So today is National Geek Pride Day. Don't like the word geek. It is International Nerd Pride Day. Also, International Towel Day. That is about as nerdy as you can get. And honestly, that is why I'm here today. I know I said I was taking off Wednesdays, but when you're talking about the center of nerdism, you gotta be on today. Radiation Sam!
Raider Nation. I said the word
Raider Nation Sam and Young Mommy, how are you guys doing? Sir God Waffle, that is absolutely hilarious. I love that name. It's Trent. Of course it's Trent. Of course it's Trent. Why wouldn't it be Trent? How are you doing, my man? Love the name. There he is, Raider Nation Sam. So make sure you guys vote in the wild card round. Lingerie, marbles, friendship, or moonshine. Let me know what you like. Pretty much only pick one. Doing good, man. Raider Sam, always good to have you back in here, man. Of course, my Raider football is always behind here. Generally, we have a flag rocking, but I don't have any new flags, and I'm just kind of still sick a little bit. So, hey, Samster. Like the show, I don't understand. Hello, Jupiter. Oh, that's good. That's good. But anyway, so like I said, make sure you vote. So let's move on to.
Yeah, Foxy doesn't need a towel. He just uses his hair.
That would actually works. Yeah. Let's go friendship. Love the way you think about it, Mr. Andy Dino. How are you doing? So let's move on to the question of the day. So since technically today is International Nerd Pride Day, my question to you guys is, What is your nerd? Like, what do you think, or what do you collect, or what do you have, or what do you like that you think, and let's keep it to one, maybe two things that you consider that make you a nerd. What flows you under the nerd banner? And even if I already know, make sure you tell me anyway. Whoop it! I'm good, just hot here. Hey, well, it's raining here. You want me to send some your way? That way it stops messing up my broadcast. I vote for moonshine, because who doesn't like moonshine?
Everybody.
Everybody. Well, the thing about moonshine is it's quick. I mean, it's right to the damn point. Fizz Kid! Uh-oh. The Last Unicorn! How are you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for popping back in. I've got to get with you because I want a damn Pee Wee Herman candle. I'm serious. I'm 100% serious. I want a Pee Wee Herman candle. I want it right now. I want to put it on top of my firehouse, and I want to light it every show. Pop Figs.
Tar wants to know, does porn count?
Do you collect it or just use it? Because there's a difference.
DMK, obviously Magic the
Obviously
Gathering.
Magic the Gathering. Yeah, that is definitely. And I'm actually glad to have DMK here. Amiibos? Yep, definitely. I'm finally getting to watch it. I'm glad to have you in here. I really am. Car God, about time you showed back up. Holy crap, I send the guy something and he just disappears on me. He's like a cheap date. Raiders are looking good this season. I'd like to see it, man. I always wait till at least 2 games into the past preseason before I make any assumptions whether to continue watching the games or not. But hopefully it does. Like everything Star Wars and Doctor Who. Doctor Who and chess pieces decisions. I mean, like I said 1 or 2 definitely, because you couldn't. It's very hard to narrow down what you love to one thing. My dad said he watches this. That definitely does. Oh my God, Pee Wee Herman candles. Yeah, see, young mommy, you gotta hit up. You gotta hit up The Last Unicorn. He's on Instagram. Gotta check it out. Awesome stuff. I think it's Geek. I can't remember the actual term, the actual business. I can't remember. I'm sorry, my friend.
Unicorn, put up your business Instagram.
Yeah, Doctor Who is offensive. Young mommy, those are fighting words. Those are really bad fighting words. If Iron Fatality was in here, he would put you in your place, but he is not here because he's busy being Black Gordon Ramsay. I'm so nerd for
something. Casual Glitz.
Casual Glitz. Okay, there we go. And The Last Unicorn. You could probably get it through both ones, but check these 2 out on Instagram. It's awesome stuff. It is very nerdy, and the more you look at it, the more you're like, oh, I want that notebook. I want the candles are my favorite, really.
Ducks.
Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons. I believe DMK, now take this how you feel, but I believe that makes you super nerd.
Yeah.
I believe that Dungeons and Dragons is the original nerd. If you have to find a core,
really did.
I really think so. I think that Dungeons and Dragons started what this is now, and it took 40, 50 years
for it to become socially acceptable.
So the fact that you are in it, I think you're an OG, man. Dueling Screwdrivers, there you go. Comics for me and Baka. So Baka is your nerd? That's really weird. You're like, I'm gonna trip up my beard, read comic books, but thank God Drew Baka's there wearing that shirt.
You inferred the information incorrectly.
I infer how I want. It's my show.
Baka both
ask Swap Meet Flea whose show it is.
You're talking really loud.
I know. Yeah, I'm trying to project it as hard as I can. Yeah, I got to switch to afternoon shift, but back now. I'm just messing with you, man. You're fine. Trans Cowboy. Como estas, nerdy beach eyes? What's going on, my friend? How are you doing? Comics and Pops. Definitely Pops for this guy.
Mr. Hager.
Mazes and Monsters as Far Out Gaming. Mr. Hager! Is that Christina Lopez? Christian Lopez. How are you doing, Mr. Hager's Locks? How you doing, my friend? You damn punk man. I love your hair. I want to play with your hair.
He wants to stick things on
It's the reverse Ron Mexico with you. I want to lick Ron's head. I want to play with your spikes. Action figures is one. That definitely is. Like, my curiosity is just what is your nerd? J-Dubs Drew Baka fan fiction. Oh my God. Ooh, we need to write Drew Baka fan fiction. That's our next thing. Video games. That's the guy I told you to ask. Love reading on it, looking into history. There you go. See, that's awesome. I love that. I think it's the first video game I saw as a nerd. Chili cheese mini corn dogs. That is definitely. I guess that's a nerd. I mean, do you collect chili cheese mini corn dogs, or do you just like? Oh, that was delicious. What did Unicorn say? I missed it.
I'm working on a project right now. Power Ranger Power Coin keychains. Ooh, that's cool.
Hook me up. Right now. I like to get physical copies of video games. I love the physical copy. I think that once my generation starts to get past video games, which is going to be a very long time, everything will be going digital, but until my generation dies off, the hard copy will always feel the best. My cat isn't nerdy, he's handsome. My nerd, 30-second pause, everything! Who screamed everything?
That was Gamerman 15.
Ah, of course it was. Take it easy, lose your voice. That's the purpose of this. I'm trying to give it my all for the show. Drew Baca, Mad Libs, Gone Sexual. Hello Kitty and Sailor Moon. That is definitely nerdy. That is hardcore nerdy. I honestly think that anime is up there. If you're not Japanese or, in that realm Asian, I don't think that... I think that it's fine.
It was slow coming over to
yeah, but if you're like solid American and you love Hello Kitty and Sailor Moon, that is like one of the top nerds. Yeah, definitely. Movies and games collector. There you go.
But then I also think sports fanatics are nerds too, though. They'll never admit it, but I think they are.
Because we playing tonight. Oh, awesome. Have a wonderful show. If I don't see you again, have a wonderful show. And just, I guess that's what punk rock on. I'm an anime nerd. Well, no, you're a corn dog nerd. We already read it. You can't change it now. Calm the hell down. You calm the hell down, Buka. Don't tell me how to live my life. I'm a grown-ass man. Hard copies, always like to touch them. The Japanese word for nerd is otako. Otako?
Otaku?
You need to get away from that Google Translate. It's gonna be really bad for you. Dragon Ball Z. Yes, there you go, Andy. Hard copies, everything, comics, Blu-rays, CDs, etc. That's more than two. Dragon Ball Z fan here. See, now we're making friends. Gaming, horror movies, collecting, platinum collecting, yeah. Soul Reaper, Mr. Ambrose, I think that your platinum king status is definitely as nerd as they come. It is one of those just, like the fact that you take so much time to meticulously work your way through the games just to get that platinum trophy is something very few people do. You saw my Instagram. I'm an anime nerd. Don't be changing your stuff back. You love Sailor Moon. Of course you do. There's nothing else to do in Delaware. It's basically love what comes on TV or be bored. Souls. Dragon Slayer, what's going on, my man? My favorite nerd is Jizzy, super nerd. I don't even think I'm super nerd. Like I said, like the original nerd is Dungeons and Dragons. That is the OG, and I have never played.
But you've been interested in playing.
I have been interested. I actually have some dice for Dungeons and Dragons, but I've never played it. Google Translate hurts my cheeks. And anything zombie. There you go.
Fatality's ears were burning.
Ah, we were just talking about you. You need to get young mommy in line.
What to Delaware, my dear? What to Delaware?
Okay, so here's something that I picked up while I was doing my research about Geek Pride Day. And this is where I get to that point where I think that Geek
Tar
Pride...
said, look behind you, nerd.
Oh, yeah, you're right. This is where I don't like the word geek. I just don't. And if you want to call yourself a geek, that's fine. You can call yourself whatever you want. I call myself an arrogant asshole all the time, pretty much daily. But, I mean, if you call me that, that's derogatory. But anyway, I don't like the word geek, so that's why I changed the name to Nerd Pride Day. But on this website, for some of the, like the history behind this that I picked up what they call is the Geek Bill of Rights. And this is where I got a little offended with it. Now, mainly, some of these are okay. They're acceptable. But, which one is it? Number 9 in the Geek Bill of Rights just really made me call myself a prick. There you go. Call him Shucka. Dude, stop using Google Translate. How you doing, Mr. Freddy? What's up, Fatality? Nick and I had Magic the Gathering phase. Twice! So let me read you what this website considered as the Bill of Rights for geeks. Number 1, the right to be even geekier. Okay. Number 2, the right not to leave your house. Now, that one really kind of pisses me off. I don't like that one. That's not
necessarily being a geek. That's being an agoraphobic.
Yeah, that's like...
Those are not synonymous.
Right, but these are actually specifically aimed towards this day, and I'm like, I don't like that one. But wait till we get to number 9. So number 3, the right not to have a significant other and to be a virgin.
Well, that's not fair.
Yeah, like what does sex have anything to do with what you like?
Well, the whole point is you find somebody who likes what you like, so you can share it with them.
Number 4, the right not to like football or any other sports. Yet, multiple times on this show, we have talked about how football, sports in general, whether you like football overseas, football here, that is a nerd. That is something you collect and something you love.
Statistics is just as much as knowing every episode of Doctor Who. Sports fanatics are just as much nerds as everybody else.
You can always be geekier. That's what they're saying. I'm a virgin. Well, yeah, you're. Well, I'm not going to say that one. All right, so let's see here. Number 5, the right to associate with other nerds. Well, that should be with anybody, though. Why does it have to be with other nerds? Like, I don't even understand that one. And we're getting to a point with this, I promise. So number 6, the right to have few friends or none at all.
Well, see.
Like, I mean, this is what these people consider a geek to be.
I don't
and I'm like,
understand what a geek means.
I don't know. Oh, we know you are. Yeah. I love Green Bay Nanime. What? All right, so number 7, the right to have all the geeky friends you want. Now, that one I kind of agree. The right to have all the nerdy friends you want, that should be with anybody, regardless of what they collect or not. You should have whatever you want in your life. I've got all you wonderful people in here, so it's awesome. And Mr. Accurate Carnage is hanging out in here. So, here we go. Number 8, the right not to be in style. Who the hell cares? Who cares what you wear at any points? That should have nothing to do with geek or nerd.
As long as if
you feel comfortable,
don't walk around naked.
Yeah.
Unless you're in your house.
I don't know, Dustin. Well, no. I have one friend besides Freddie. You got me. I have a sweet baseball card collection. I'm very, very nerdy. Sounds like you're bragging a little bit, Tar. Not to be taken seriously, I think stereotypes. I do too. I just don't like it.
Stereotype.
And this is the one that really made me angry about
Last
this.
Unicorn sharing your streaming her nerd.
Oh, thank you. That's a he. Thank you very much.
Oh, he. Sorry.
Yep, Packers. I wear thongs. We know you do. I'm a lot of stuff, but never got an anime. I never did either. It's not me. All right, so this is number 9. This is the one that really made me really, really angry. The right to be overweight and have poor eyesight.
Okay, see, I resemble that remark because I've got terrible eyesight. And that's not very funny.
That made me so angry, and I'm like, what does how your body shape have anything to do with what you like to collect
or
like
eyesight.
To walk
or
like to watch? It has no point.
That's genetic.
That one just it just hit me right in my soul. Like, my brand is the nerd, and I want everybody to feel safe under this banner. And anybody that reads this bullshit website is getting nothing but just set back decades. Like, this sounds like this was written back in the 80s when, people, like when you had glasses, you got punched in the face because you had 4 eyes.
A jock who's making fun of people.
Yeah, like, I hate this thing. So number 10, the right to show off your geekiness. What is that difference between number 1, the right to be even geekier? I have no idea the difference in that. And then number 11, the last one on here, thank God, the right to take over the world.
Well, that's going to happen anyway.
How does that even play into anything? Oh, I collect action figures. One day, everybody's going to be bowed down to me. That doesn't make any sense. These are stupid and bullshit. So that brings me to the second question of the day. You told me what your nerd is. I think that we need to rewrite this bullshit bill of nerd or bill of geek and make it the real deal. So, my question to you awesome people is, what side is this? My question to you awesome people is here. Let's write a brand new, like a normal human function being Bill of Rights for all nerds in general. So let me hear what your guys' thoughts are. We got 11 of them to fill, so that way I can shove it down this one.
Be your mother effing self.
I like that one. Did somebody say that, or is that you?
No, that's me, and that's A number 1. Be your mother effing self.
Some kind of paradox. But yeah, make sure you do guys vote while we're talking about this in the wild card round. Lingerie, marbles, friendship, and moonshine.
Titles are stupid. That's another one. Titles are stupid.
Well, that one kind of falls under be your motherfucking self. I'm a nerd with a dark side. I like number 1 being be your motherfucking self.
And number 2, toys are not restricted to children.
Well, you be quiet. Let me hear these people.
No, that's Listwitz.
Oh, okay.
All nerds have the right to buy any toys regardless of age. Toys are not restricted by age.
See, well,
the right to be the odd guy out.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like regardless.
To not care what anybody thinks.
Well, that's still a motherfucking self. That still falls under that. Must collect anything. Is that what did Listwit say? How did he put it?
He said all nerds have the right to buy any toys regardless of age.
Well, I was trying to purchase whatever
really, you don't have to be a nerd to collect anything. Maybe you just like learning things and reading Wikipedia pages. That's a nerd in itself.
What did I think it was Game Man? What did he say? Clancy.
No, it wasn't Game Man. Power Plug had a long
Power Plug.
As you see, ladies and gentlemen, the rare species of nerd seems to be challenged by the poaches interwebs. Will he be able to survive?
The right to collect things that make your heart sing.
I like that.
That is how you say it, right there.
And hi, Clancy.
Okay, right to buy without fear of retribution.
Or judgment.
I do believe the collect what makes your let's see what makes your heart sing. I like the way that rolls off. Nerd has a right to express and be proud of it. That's a great one right there. Tell me what Junicorn says.
He had about 7 Mega Man toys when they first came out in the 90s and gave them to his friend because her little boy's legal name is Mega Man. Wow. Really? Like, that kid is going to be
That's amazing. That is amazing. That's awesome. Read Tar's back right above Junicorn.
Nerd is the right to express and... I'm going to insert yourself and be proud of it.
To express
yourself
and be proud of it.
I'm going to add a word. Just because it flows.
Okay. Always try out new nerdy things. I don't know about that one in particular because once you get set in your own path of what you like, it's very difficult to stray a different way.
And you shouldn't feel pressured to venture in a different way.
Dress how you like to dress. What's another way we could put that? I like that. Must solve Rubik's Cube one-handed blindfold. Have you seen the guy who juggles 3 Rubik's Cubes and solves them in like 15 seconds? He juggles them and spins them. It's ridiculous. See something that takes you back to your childhood where seen or heard. Kind of goes without heart sing, same difference. Give us the right to kill all the other lesser beings. That's take over the world.
World domination.
You're never too old to collect things you like. I think something with the age. You're never too old. Allowed to touch real life boobs.
You know, that's a bit of a falsity because a lot of nerds I grew up knowing, they actually got to touch boobs before the jocks did. So... You know, that.
Let's just do this. Never too old. Let's just leave it at that.
Never too old for anything. Never too old for anything or to do anything. Never too old.
Yeah, I like that. Just never too old. Being a nerd comes in any shapes and size. That's what I got. Anybody want to make it better? I think that's. I mean, that's like almost the perfect saying. You got anything to add to that?
Being a nerd comes in any shape, size.
Let's see.
Any shape, size. Yeah, any shape, size, or color. I mean, unless you want to put that there.
Yeah, we need to keep working on that one. I touch a lot of boobs, but you're a virgin.
Right to be the odd guy.
Right to call someone out on...
Blatant BS.
Blatant BS? That's not really a nerd. That's just more of a, hey, that's like a normal human being function. We win always, except when you lose in Rocket League. Nerds have the hottest women. It's actually, Lewis Fears, honestly, I think the world's actually starting to turn that way. Within the past, I would say 15 years, the world has actually started to spin in a different direction where people are looking at stuff like the Marvel, the DC stuff, and then like the women are actually gravitating towards it because they know it's a big generation money pull. And so the girls are like, well, I'm for it. You know, I liked Wonder Woman when I was growing up, so I'm going to wear a Wonder Woman outfit. Looking at you, moneymaker. I'm a virgin on Tuesdays. So that's just weird. Nerd is a mindset, not a fashion statement. So we gotta find some way to take that weird thing about the body, and then doesn't matter what you wear, what you look like, and
a nerd is a nerd is a nerd.
Yeah, cosplay ladies, we know what you're getting at. DC, boo. I bet
nerds have the right to uninstall Rocket League.
That hates on others, you know, jocks. Well, I mean, the thing is, I believe as a human being, you're allowed to not like somebody regardless. You know, I mean, if
you don't have to like somebody just because they have the same.
Yeah, just because you collect an action figure doesn't mean you're my friend or I'm gonna like you. That's the point.
I'm not gonna like you because you're a nerd.
Yeah,
but we can share. Our
yeah,
nerd
we
life
can
together.
talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to copy and paste mine again. Being a nerd is a passion to be obsessed about, and anything that inspires you makes you feel
a sense of belonging.
A sense of belonging. That's a long one, but that would be a really good end. That would be really, really...
I like being nerdy as a passion.
Being nerdy as a passion.
Yeah. Because that's what a nerddom really is it's your passion. It's what drives you, what you do outside of regular life. Like, what do you gravitate towards? Nerd is a passion. I think just leave it at that. Nerd is a passion. And I like Andy Dinos. You have a right to be a jock and a nerd.
You have a right to be a person.
Because that's the truth. Because I knew nerds that were jocks. And if they were around certain groups of people, they never even mentioned their nerd. Like, they would just completely hit it. But when they were around other nerds, oh, biggest nerd ever. But they felt they had to hide that in certain circles. And I think that's stupid. You can be both.
Well, that one's number one, Fox. Yeah, I agree. Yo, from Paris. What's going on, Skunk Steve? Read Unicorns one more time. Being nerd is a passion. Yeah, read
past.
Nerd
is a passion to be obsessed about, anything that inspires you and makes you have a sense of belonging.
Passion.
I think being nerdy is a passion or anything that inspires you.
Anything.
Yeah. Like, you don't even have to be obsessed about it. Just something that makes you smile. Something that makes your heart happy.
Anything that inspires you. I like that. That inspires you. Cool. I said yo.
You have the right to legally change your last name to Solo.
Is a hot and nerdy. You calm the hell down. Put it back in your pants. Yo, Phase Up. What's up, Phase Demon? Is Phase Up in here? Never hide your nerddom. Let's see. Well, how can we change never hide?
Well, I think that's be yourself.
Be yourself. I guess it is be yourself.
Yeah,
I guess you're right.
Because you're being yourself.
We collect something so deep down. We're all nerds. We are all nerds. I'm just trying to figure out. Like, I don't want this stupid list to be out there in the world when we as human beings could make a better list that encompasses all of us. It's not like, oh, this dude's fat, so he's stupid and a nerd. He collects something different.
No.
Oh, wait, he likes football. That makes him a man. No, it doesn't.
That makes him a nerd.
That makes him a nerd. Yeah, like that's this thing should not exist, and I think that we need to make a list that changes this mindset. This is stupid and a bad way of thinking, and it pisses me off. I played sucker ball. Doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right, damn K. I don't know why.
Oh, it's not a right to never hide your nerd. It's your right to be yourself. That's what he's trying to say.
Just for Xmas? What? There are nerds of all shapes and sizes.
Not just for Christmas, as in not just for buying toys and crap.
Let's see. I don't want to say sizes. I don't want to say that word, and I don't really want to say colors either. I want to encompass everything in one word.
How about everybody is a nerd? Period.
Yeah. I like that one.
Because even if you hate everything and all you care about is doom and gloom, guess what? That doom and gloom's your nerd. Just saying.
Everyone is a nerd. I like that. YOLO! That's not real. Try your best to catch every superhero movie that comes out. I still haven't seen Batman vs. Superman.
But Unicorn, everybody is a nerd because everybody has that one thing.
Yeah, I think that everybody does have something that they love.
Being a nerd isn't necessarily who you are, it's what you have. A nerd is a thing that you possess, and everybody has a nerd.
Different volumes of nerds.
That one thing they care about.
You've been watching the previous thing with that weird guy from Canada. All walks of life. Trying to figure that out.
Nerds come in all walks of life? No, that doesn't.
What about goat ham? Yeah, can you imagine like putting that on a list and actually getting out and getting actually traction on the interwebs and they're like, oh yeah, number 6, love everybody. Number 7, goat ham.
Unicorn.
What?
I gotcha. When I talk about nerd, I talk it as being a tangible thing. Not so much
the right to share your field of knowledge.
The right to be smart.
Yeah, but I mean the thing is,
that's not really.
You shouldn't have to be smart to be encompassed in the nerd. That's what I'm thinking. Nerd, the right to collectively enjoy what you love. We technically already have that.
Stop throwing your pen.
I love throwing this pen. Makes your heart. I like what makes your heart sing. I think that sounds really, really good. Sup, fatality. I don't think that's a good commandment. I keep wanting to say commandment. It's Bill of Rights. It's Nerd of Rights or something like that.
I have heartburn.
Nerdism equals life. That's what you get for eating bananas.
Bananas are supposed to be good for heartburn.
That's what you get. I'm sorry. I didn't do it.
If I gave you bronchitis, you gave me heartburn.
No, Lewis Fears gave me bronchitis. Shipped it to me directly. Geek versus nerd versus dork. I'm all of the above.
I'm not a geek, but I am a nerd and a dork. Because I can come up with the dorkiest jokes you've ever heard, but it'll make you laugh because I tell it funny. I'd make me laugh.
Yeah, I know, because it's not funny. It's time for pineapple juice. You got to be able to afford your obsession. That's not true either. Being able to share what you love. What does Fox say?
Being able to share what you love without fear of judgment.
Technically, we got that.
Bananas are a good source of potassium, says the good doctor. They are. And I'm actually eating it for double reasons, because my legs like to cramp up, and I've been fussing with an ulcer, so I'm trying to have a banana to do double duty for that. So... But I've got heartburn because I ate a banana, so it's like not fair. I
learned about potassium from bananas through Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. Yeah. Nerd is a way of life. Without it, it's flawed.
Without its flaws.
Without its flaws. Says the good doctor.
Good night, Budka.
Budka, have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me in the pre-show.
A nerd has the right to always have a towel. Honestly, heroes, I think hair and makeup, that whole thing, is a nerddom all in itself.
Oh.
And I'm definitely a hair and makeup
definitely.
Nerd.
Nerdism is power.
I can tell you the best mascaras, the best eyeliners. That's a passion right there. Because I've tried them all.
Yeah, the Dark Crystal Pops look really, really good. Have you seen the big one yet? The 6-inch? Yeah, no, it's not Skepsy. It's the other one.
No, it's the good one. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
That's what I'm saying about being a nerd. You don't have to be a whiz kid like the Big Bang Theory. Yeah, I totally agree 100%. Because I'm not very smart. I mean, I would not consider myself a smart person at all. I have a good credit score, but that's about it. I just recently learned what my credit score was. That's why I brought it up. But I have a good credit score, but I'm not smart. I know a lot. This is my tagline for me. I'm a jack off of all trades. That's the way that I look at it. I know a lot about nothing. I'm like a canceled Seinfeld show. My sister just got surgery. Oh no.
Ow. Oh, for an ulcer? She had one that bad?
Ugh. Ew. Both of you need some prescription.
I know.
Prescribed in and breathe.
We're both freaking falling apart.
Child's playground. The right to make a child's playground your own fortress of solitude. I wouldn't say a child's playground, but
playground in general.
What about like a pillow fort?
I like that. I like the pillow fort. The right to build a pillow fort.
The right to build a pillow fort. Yeah, why not, right?
We all need some
You know what we can do? We can always come back to this. It's one of those things. It doesn't have to be.
Being a nerd is having no boundaries and bringing the best things into your life. I actually kind of like that one.
No boundaries.
Being a nerd is having no boundaries.
See, I'm trying not to duplicate it with the same thing with like the passion and stuff. That's the problem with it. No, I like the word boundaries though. I think boundaries is actually a good thing.
Unicorn stopped binge watching the Real World just so he can watch us.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm that entertaining tonight. I'm still sick.
We're so more entertaining than the Real World.
It's got like 47 seasons.
Yeah, I know, right?
I like to know.
We could sit in a hot tub and drink and still talk about nerd stuff.
Yeah, we can put it in here. Never grow up, never grow old.
Nerd has the right to never grow up, never grow old. I
like that. Never grow up, never grow old, because it's like never give up, never surrender.
Yep.
Never grow up, never get old. Yeah.
J-Dog. Not J-Dub. J-Dog.
Never get old. What did J2B say again? What's up, J-Dog? How you doing, my man? Welcome in.
Being a nerd is having no boundaries and bringing the best things into your life.
No boundaries.
I like the no boundaries.
I like just no boundaries.
Yeah, no boundaries.
I like that too. Patrick, love that. Yeah, I do too. I think that was actually. I don't want to say my favorite, but it's definitely close.
Carnage, do you just have heartburn, or do you have an ulcer too? Because those are bad together. I promise.
Oh, what? All right. Let's see. We only got 2 left. What if one of them was? What if one is Star Trek and Star Wars?
See, that's what's bad. I love both.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it should be inclusive to like either.
I also love both Lord of the Rings,
both,
and the Narnia Chronicles.
A stream about nothing. I'm all right. Good to have you in here, man. Wake me up inside. Isn't that a song?
Yeah, it's Evanescence.
Where the piss flaps is Trenzorg. Trenzorg's not allowed to do anything anymore, or set your own boundaries. I just like no boundaries. I like no boundaries.
I like no boundaries.
You froze.
No, you're good. Must just be for him.
The robot's blinking. Stop blinking. We only got 2 left. I like Star Wars and Star Trek. I think that should be a definite, because that's one of the biggest things. No, I don't want to put. I don't want to put like. I don't want to do like the right.
I'm just gonna say the right to like rivaling nerds.
Nah, that's way too long. Okay. I think it should be Star Wars and Star Trek.
And to not have to choose between the two.
Well, it's technically Star Trek has to come first.
This kid says, "I long prosper and have the Force with you always."
Long ass journey, etc. Live long, prosper, and may the Force be with you. It has to be Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. Clerks 2 argument. The big thing is like nobody really compares Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. But nobody really does. Like, hey, do you like Lord of the Rings or Star Wars? No, it's 2 space-related things. That's why it's like that.
Yeah, there you go. The right to not have to make a megaversal choice.
Megaversal?
I like that.
The right not to have to make a megaversal choice.
That goes with the Star Wars, Star Trek.
No, I like the megaversal. Because actually, that it goes up here with what J-Dub said was Marvel and DC.
Okay, so it is technically separate.
The right to make a megaversal...
The right not to have to make a megaversal choice.
I didn't have enough room for that. I don't think megaversal... Is megaversal a word?
Sure it is. I like it. You know what it means.
Never received my acceptance letter to Hogwarts, so I'm leaving the Shire to become a Jedi. Yes, they do have both epic trilogies.
That would be a fantastic shirt.
Tar! Come on, man. Seriously. Work with me, ma'am. I can't knock you in the head. I got nothing to get away in. I can change the subject quick, too. I saw The Lord of the Rings... by accident. I still don't know what's going on in those movies. I don't either. That's just how it is. That's way beyond nerd. That's Stephen Hawkish. It technically is. That's a word. Borrowed it from RPG. Well, there you go.
It's like ovenable.
Ovenable. I love that word.
If that's a word, it was on the back of the Lean Cuisine.
All right. So you guys, the guys just tuning in, and the guys who hung out for long enough, we talked about these, what do they call it? The Geek Bill of Rights. And we read them, and of the 11... 9 of them are very insensitive and just wrong in general. So what I ask you guys to do, you got to fight for your right to party. What I ask you guys to do is write the new 11 Nerd Bill of Rights. And we probably got to change some wording in this, but let's just talk about how it is for right now. We can fix them later as it is. Star Wars is not first. The reason I put Star Trek first is because Star Trek existed before Star Wars. That's the only reason I did it. I'm far more of a Star Wars fan than I am a Star Trek, but honestly, I win on this. I'm going to be a nerd that accepts Star Wars and Star Trek. There you go. All right, so here we go. These are the ones, and I wrote them fast, so I'm probably going to mess up some words, and we can fix them later. But number 1 for the for the Nerd Bill of Rights, it is be your motherfucking self. Drop. Mic drop. That's all you need, honestly. To fall under this banner is to like what you like, love what you love, and don't worry about what anybody else on this damn planet says about what you like. That's what all you have to do is follow guideline number 1 of these Bill of Rights.
Amphibian is a fantastic word. I'm very proud of it.
Never forget what started your nerd. Oh, that's a good one, too.
Exactly.
So number 2 is collect what makes your heart sing. I love that. It actually flows off the tongue. The right to collect whatever makes your heart sing. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be lightsabers. It could be corn dogs. If that's what you like, collect it, love it, show it off.
Don't collect other people's body parts, because that can get weird.
You can do it, just don't collect mine.
Just don't collect them while they're still alive and without their permission.
Number 3, the right to express yourself and be proud of it. I think you should. Granted, you don't have to display it like I do on this weird...
Unicorn, if she enjoys being a hooker,
phallic-y?
to her.
I don't know. Whatever this display behind me is. Compensation. So number 4, you're never too old. I think that's, well, technically never too old, and number 8... kind of the same thing. So we got one in the limbo right now. We'll figure out on a different show. Number 5, share what you love with no judgment. I think that totally works for all this. If there's something you love, you should put it out there and you're good to go. Number 6, Star Trek and Star Wars. I think that has to go. I don't care what DMK says at all. Star Trek came first in history. That's the only way to list it up right, regardless of who likes it first. It's what comes in lineages. Collecting body parts, the hell? That's what happens. Are you not the collector of black body parts? Number 7, probably one of my top favorites is no boundaries. It doesn't matter what it is. It goes back to collecting body parts. I think if you fall under the Bill of Rights,
the boundary is if you're going into somebody else's space or body, you need their permission.
I picture a British guy or something. Now, right, like, see it right here. Like, I've asked 47 people, and I've said, hey, I need your toes to make this mannequin so I can make sweet, sweet love to it and put knickers on it. But the problem is, I don't have an appendix. Can I have yours?
If they say yes, then you can have it. If they
Yay,
say no,
collecting complete.
If they say no, you
Did Doctor Who start first? We're not getting into this. Number 8, never grow up, never get old. I like that. That feels so Galaxy Quest to me that it has to remain there forever. And I might change the numbering for that. Because never grow up, never get old. I hear Alan Rickman.
Unicorn's copying me.
Alan Rickman is ringing a tiny bell in heaven right now. So then we got, and we're about to wrap it up, so while I'm rambling this off, make sure you vote in the wild card round, type it in how you see it. That's how we do it on YouTube. Lingerie, marbles, friendship, or moonshine. One of them will be moving on very, very shortly, regardless if it's a tie or not. So number 9, the right not to have to make a megaversal choice. That is very wordy and very nerdy. So if you like Marvel, fine. If you like DC, fine. If you like Image, fine. It doesn't matter, not pertain to comic books, but I'm saying you should not be judged for whatever you like. Mr. Joker, how you doing, my man? Popping wheelies, burning tires, and still being a badass, throwing dollars on a pool table. Holy crap. I want to shadow your life for just a day. I think that I could live vicariously through your pictures, but I just want to, like, hang out behind you. And they're like, hey, who's that guy behind you? Don't worry about him. I just want to hang out behind and just see how fun it is to be around you all day. Sounds like Rick Ashley. Just got home. Well, I'm glad you made it home, my man. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Alan Rickman. Number 10. Let's see here. Being a nerd is a passion. The right to be a nerd is a passion for anything that inspires you. I think that is perfect wordage for this. I mean, granted, I don't think pops inspire me, but this show inspires me to sort of be a better person, inspires me to get up, and inspires me to do this. And if me opening up a pop is inspiration, then it works.
You've inspired me to say goodnight to Carnage.
Oh, Carnage! I understand, my man. I know it's late as hell, and the show is actually kind of a little bit late and laggy. But my friend, I appreciate you so much for being here. You're one of my dudes. Get some sleep, and I'll see you on Friday, hopefully. And the last one, number 11. This will remain number 11 for all eternity. It is... everyone is a nerd. I totally agree. Everybody out there has something that they love beyond something else. And the biggest way to do it is football. If you are a Packers fan, die hard, Brett Favre, woohoo!
Guess what?
If you are that person, if you paint your house green with yellow shutters and wear a damn piece of foam cheese on your head every Sunday and root for the Packers, woo! You are a nerd! Fight me, come on! Let's do it. See, I'm telling you, you're a nerd. You may not agree. You're not a geek.
It's
definitely not a geek, but you are a nerd.
It's not a bad thing to be a nerd. That's what people need to understand.
We gotta stop this nerd on nerd crime. Backwoods badass, that's what they call me. Baylors, that's right. Baylor Bears, baby. Nerd all up in here, man. Moneymaker, big dude, in shape, geek to chic. That dude has more collectible cards than I have things. Nerd! Sorry. And he loves football to death. See, I'm just saying that. That's me. I'm telling you, you guys, everybody is a nerd. Those are the Bill of Rights that should exist on the internet, and not these things that slam people.
To me, cats, and that's almost like one of the true internet nerddoms, because of cat videos.
Let's go, Fatality. Let's go. All right, guys, it is time to wrap up the wild card round, the very first one of this. Let's find out who is going to be moving on. Will it be lingerie, marbles, friendship, or moonshine? Only one can do it. Who's going to be?
Well, Jay Oos from Mexico is
Where's this loser from Mexico? He's lagging. Friendship! Look at that!
Aww,
Friendship moves on.
It's the perfect day for that.
It's so perfect. Lingerie with only 3. Sorry, Dark Side. That's what you get for not even showing up. Marbles with 3. Moonshine, 12. But honestly, Friendship takes the cake, moves on to the semifinals in the wild card round. Mr. Carnage, have a wonderful evening. Get some sleep, my friend. And always keep looking sexy.
DMK's got the beta invite for Pokemon. I can't keep talking over you. Making me.
I have no idea what he's talking about. What are you talking about?
Obviously, it's a Pokemon game. He's got the beta for it.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's got the invite.
Yeah, let me know. All right, so now we got round 2 of the wild card round. This will determine who will take on Friendship to find out who will go to the 3-way dance to win the Ultra Random Brawl. We have marijuana. It's bad, okay? We have lube. It's good, okay? We have rainbows. And we have whiskey. One of them is going to move on. You guys got to vote. Type it in how you see it with them capital letters. Sorry, I'm talking over you. That's just how it is. There he is. Please catch them all. I'm trying to still project myself. That's the problem. Dylan McCabe, please catch them all. It's too bad SJW will. Oh, dang. What did Gay Man say?
That us nerds are sexist because we hate Ghostbusters reboots.
I have
a sexist thing.
I have already said my piece on the female Ghostbusters. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're female. It has nothing to do with the fact of their attractiveness. It would help, but that's not the factor. The factor is they remade a movie that should never have been remade. They should have made it a sequel where you take Winston Zeddemore, Peter Venkman, and Ray Stantz, because you can't have Egon. You take those 3 and they pass the torch to the new set. It could be 4 females. I would be fine with it. But what they do, they took the original set and they said, you know what? Let's throw some chicks in there, put them in a stupid Cadillac hearse, and boom shakalaka, here's $1 million movie. No, it is going to be bad. If you don't believe me, ask the biggest nerd on YouTube. Go ahead. Google nerd on YouTube. You won't see my face. You will see only one person. So Google his actual review of the female Ghostbusters. Look at it. Check it out. Why am I voting for liquor that I don't drink at all? Well, then don't vote for liquor. I don't know why. Why? There's only one liquor on here. Why is that your concern? See, that's the problem with the world today. That is not Fatality. I love you. First off, just know I love you. I'm not ranting at you. I'm ranting in general. But number one, who cares? If you don't like whiskey, don't vote for whiskey. There are 3 other choices. If you don't like drugs or marijuana, don't vote for it. You don't like giving young mommy a little extra lubrication when you go down there, then don't vote for it. But you damn sure can vote for rainbows, because if you don't like rainbows, you're a damn communist like Liswitz. Jizzy, stupid autocorrect. I don't know what that referred to. Mr. Sunday Heat.
Jazzy.
Jazzy. Yes, that happens a lot. Took home 300 that night. It looked, dude, it would look so much fun. I just want to shadow you. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to be there. I just want to see that. Mr. Sunday Heat finally got you get the whiskey for cooking.
Exactly.
Yeah. See?
I mean, have you? I mean, come on, some Jack barbecue.
Don't rant on me, Jizzy. Let's fight. Bring it on. He's in a different. Fatality's in a different mood tonight.
Dark side. His ears were burning too.
Oh well, good. All right, guys. I don't know how this is gonna work with 2 banners, but I gotta do this. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring back an old classic favorite of mine and hopefully yours. Probably the original. What started all this is nerdy news. Nerdy news. Nerdy news. I need to get a jingle for that. Tar! Make me a jingle!
Be on the dark side. Good.
So why does he come in here? All right,
because
so
he loves you.
We haven't done nerdy news in a while, and the reason is because I've been a little lazy, a little sick, but I'm trying to give you guys a quality show tonight because it is International Nerd Pride Day, so I'm trying to do my due diligence. Svenny Dren, there we go. We can all be what's going on, FaZe Ozzy? How you doing, my man? So, tonight in Nerdy News, I had a few other topics I was going to do on previous shows, but pushed them aside. The first one I was going to talk about was the fact that Budweiser is changing their name this summer to America. And I'm just like, whatever. It's not even American beer anymore. It was an American beer, and then a Belgian company bought it. So why are they changing the name to America? And then the thing is, the major thing about the Budweiser changing the name is that they're not changing it worldwide. They're not even changing it. They're not even changing like Budweiser in Belgium to like Belgium or America. It's still Budweiser. It's just here. Why? It pisses me off and it's stupid.
He loves this segment.
Good. Do it. All right, so let's talk about what the real deal for my nerdy news this evening is. It's going to work. Cool. This!
Immingham says marijuana plus lube plus whiskey equals rainbows.
You are right. But ladies and gentlemen, this thing right here, which is called the Bug Racer. I saw the commercial for it this morning. It blew my ever-loving nerd mind. I had to sit back. I had to question humanity a couple times. Then I had to Google it and figure out exactly what the hell it was. If you guys have not seen the commercial for this, I highly recommend you YouTube it. Check it out because it will blow your ever-loving mind and make you question humanity, possibly your religion, and sometimes your sexuality. This is called the Bug Racer. It is $35. Pretty much at Toys R Us is where I've seen it generally listed. We used to call Snickers a marathon bar. Yeah. But all right. So the Bug Racer. Now, generally, you're like, why are you hitting on a kid's toy? You know, if you don't want to, if you do the fatality thing, if you don't like whiskey, don't talk about it. Well, the thing about this is, it's not that I hate it. It's just that I don't get it. I don't understand it. Let me tell you what this is. This is a remote control car that is controlled by crickets. Yeah. Let me say that again. One more time. This is a remote control car that you buy for $35. Then you go out and catch crickets. They don't come with crickets. They're not robotic crickets. You have to catch live crickets and then put them inside this car, and then the crickets will drive this car depending on where they hop inside the little motion detector inside there.
Can you use roaches as well? Because you get those clear Okay, guys, I'm just going to put this out here because I had this argument with my mother when I was younger. Crickets are black. If that cricket is brown or slightly see-through tannish, that's a freaking roach. Crickets are black. If it's not black, it's not a mother effing cricket. It's a roach that hops like a cricket. I'm just saying. Putting that out there in the universe. Knowledge dropped. Boom.
So this is a real thing. I didn't make this up. This really exists. It depends on where the cricket or grasshopper cricket, where the cricket hops, the car will steer. If the car bumps into something, it will instantly go into reverse and then stop, and then the cricket can continue to drive it. It's for kids who want to learn about science. Tell me who this is for. Go to the bait shop and buy crickets.
It's pretty cool.
You guys need lube? I like how this guy just popped in. Hey, I got some platinum trophies and some lube. I'm gonna win, Power Plug. But that's my segment for Nerdy News. If you guys have heard about this, let me know what your thoughts are.
They're roaches. I'm telling you. Crickets are black.
Can I get a larger version for my cat? No.
Once you go black, you're a freaking cricket. Thank you.
but it says that it can hold up to 5. Can you imagine the chaos of 5 crickets in the driver's seat of that damn thing?
What if the crickets jump in different directions?
I don't know. That was not my brainchild that said, hey, let's make a cricket-driven car. The kid, there's no remote control for it. You take the little, it's hard to do this with my hand, not point at it. The little clear tube at the top, you take that out, you stick some crickets in there, and then you plug it into the car and turn it on. And then you just watch the fun.
Facts. That's what the hell. Facts.
Last unicorn. Okay, I'm glad to have you back. I don't know what happened, because it says it holds up to 5. So you have 5 in there jumping at different directions. That car's not going to know where it's going to go. I don't understand
Maybe
it.
It's like those signs that cops put out that get your speed limit. Maybe it's like only like the sensor only picks it up like every certain amount of time or something.
I don't know how it works.
Yes, Fatality, you are a cricket, sir.
But this is
everything else.
This is not even like one of those GoFundMe things. This is a real product that has a commercial on Cartoon Network.
Fatality's getting morbid. When the crickets die of starvation, does the car stop?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't give you answers on this because it's so absurd, and there's no reviews that I found of this actual thing that aren't like ludicrous in general. So, but this is a real thing, and I implore you to watch the damn the commercial for this and tell me who is going to rush out and buy this. I mean, I would, because it's novelty and hilarious, but actual people who, you know, like a working parent, like a working mom, you know, a single mother. If her kid sees this on Cartoon Network, like, Dad, Mommy, right between Adventure Time, I saw this bug racer. Can I have it? What do you want it for? Is it remote control? Does it jump ramps? No, crickets drive it. No! What if it runs in the water? Oh no! Maybe the crickets drown. Maybe it comes in a submersible tub. I don't know. I don't have these answers because I didn't make it.
Why did you make it?
Need that car. Need to make a cricket pay for stealing the goddamn breadcrumbs. Bad enough they made a hamster car before this. Yeah, but like the hamster car was just like I had a hamster when I was younger. There's another one for Boodka and Fizkid. I had a hamster when I was younger, and it was a drag race car, so all made of plastic, but they had the hamster wheel in the center. You put the hamster in there, and then they would, you know, sort of drive the car, and the wheels didn't steer. They were just kind of like flimsy or whatever, just drove into walls. But yeah, cricket car. Looks like a bigger flop than Ghostbusters.
Ba-dunch.
Living cricket team. Will it work with baseballers? It might. It'd be more successful than Ghostbusters reboot. Game Man with the slam back, and I actually tend to agree with you more. So, there's my nerdy news for this evening. You know,
Melody has 4 hamsters.
Are they in his butt?
He loves hamsters.
Maybe Jimmy the Cricket will drive it. Jimmy the Cricket? You mean Jiminy?
Yes, he means Jiminy. Cricket car, brought to you by Tesla.
All right. I'm getting tired and worked up and all that. And
that's because you're shouting.
I know, but it feels good. It feels really good. You don't know what a cricket is, young mommy. I can't imagine she does. There's not a lot of stuff that goes on in Delaware. Oh, they hit his butt. Dogs pulling shopping trolleys.
If you judge it for the color of its exoskeleton, then you
Emmingham.
I'm not judging it for the color of its exoskeleton. I'm judging it for its freaking species.
Then you a bigot. No, you're a bugget.
A bugget.
A bugget.
A bugget.
So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show a few of these comics that don't portray with anything after the comics that I've done, and then we're going to do something that we haven't done in a while, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy, so you have to stay tuned. We're going to play some Mad Libs. This is Ghostbusters Mad Libs, or Comic-Con Mad Libs. My friends Mrs. Freddy and Freddy's Ready sent this to me, and we got to do it. So after I show some comics, because we got to do a little nerd stuff, after I do that, we'll do some Mad Libs.
Cicadas. We got cicadas in the South, too. Come on, Amphibian. Don't tell me you didn't.
Clancy. Thank you so much, my friend, for tuning in, man. It's always good to have you in here. I'll see you on Friday. Pretty sure some nerd will buy it. I'm thinking about it, but I don't want to pay $35. I just don't. There are no Quickens in Delaware. There you go. Did you just Google that? So,
crickets are everywhere.
On Monday, I talked about, because I'm an Amazing Spider-Man collector. That's my comic book. That's my ish. That's what I like. Put a couple of ants in the top.
What's a cicada? Tarping angry. Are you serious? You don't know what a cicada is? These are these bugs that just
they don't have that in Arizona.
Do they not?
No.
They are like obnoxious, and like every 13 and 7 years, depending on their generation cycle, they all come out in hordes, and you can hear it with your windows up driving through. You can hear all their sounds. It's deafening. Oh my God! Look up what a cicada is, and look it up on YouTube so you can hear the sound that they freaking make.
Candace family.
And they leave shells everywhere.
So
their larva stage, they break up a shell. Yeah, that.
I'm a huge Spider-Man collector. We've been talking about it for the last 2 shows.
He knows where they are.
And so here's a few more that I found and picked out that I got to put in order. So this is the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. This is the variant cover of Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man #1. And you'll notice these covers are going to kind of repeat themselves.
No, they got
we showed Spider-Pig and a few others. Okay. Well, there you go. So there's #1. This one is another one of the suits that Spider-Man has worn over the time. This is also Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man #1 variant cover where he has the brown paper bag and the Fantastic Four uniform. He wore this in one particular comic, so they decided to make it a comic cover. What bug's she talking about? I don't have a clue. I blacked out a long time ago.
I think all of the states have them. I don't know. Does the UK have cicadas? Do you guys have them?
UK can't see the cicadas because there's so much fog.
Well, it's not about seeing them. You could hear them through fog.
Comics needs a banner. And here's the last one that I have. This is, again, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man #1, also the other. And this is that one time where he's wearing civilian clothes and just sprays a web over his face so that nobody can see his identity. It's Spidey Webs Day!
Use it.
I can only do it for a certain amount of time before I run out of Spider-Man comics. I'm sorry, they can't be what it is.
You have grasshoppers, but do you have cicadas?
I'll tell you what.
Different creatures. Cicadas fly.
While I'm showing this off, let's do something on top of it before the Mad Libs. Because today is International Nerd Pride Day. Nerd Pride. This, for those people that are just tuning in, never seen my show before, this is my shirt, this is my logo, this is my banner, this is what I fly in this show every day. This is how I feel, man. I think everybody is encompassed in the nerd circle. It's one continued unity, and a lot of it came from Tarfinger. But anyway, my point behind it is I have these shirts. #1, if you don't have one, you can buy one from me. They're 17 bucks, free shipping all around the world. Sorry about the selfless plug. #2, tonight, since it is International Nerd Pride, just made it up, taking away Geek Pride, don't like the word. Let me give away a shirt. Let me give away a free shirt. This is my suggestion. If you guys already have a nerd shirt, please don't play in the game because I want to give it out to somebody who doesn't have one yet. And in the grand scheme of how we always do stuff is I'm going to write down a 3-digit number. The first person to hit that 3-digit number will win the nerd shirt. Ginger is in charge of my 3-digit number that I am writing down right now. In a few minutes we'll narrow it down.
That just said shirt.
Yeah.
Can it say shirt backwards? Because then you can read it in the mirror.
All right, so there is.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. All right, so there is my number. So if you guys already do have a nerd shirt, I suggest you don't play unless you plan on giving it away to like one of your friends or something. But if you guys do not have a nerd shirt, please play. Pick any 3-digit number you can think of. Eventually somebody will win it, and I will ship it out to you free of charge to you. All right, so back to the comics while Ginger's watching that.
Did you do that just so I'd stop talking over you?
No, I already had this planned. I have a pick on my what? I'm not playing.
Of a cicada.
Of a cicada.
2013 is when they hit the 13th year, so they were like all over the place.
Makes sense to me. But all right, so here's Amazing Spider-Man number 395. Again, having Puma on the front. Puma's one of those villains that I absolutely love anytime he shows up in comics.
Char needs a new shirt.
Why?
Because he needs a different size.
Oh, did he get buffer? So there's another one with Puma, and then you can see this is sort of the late 90s drawing on there where you got like the lanky, really, really buff Spider-Man on the front. But anyway, all right, so moving right along to this one, which is 373, backing up just a little bit from the 400. This is like early 90s is when this was. I love that cover. I love any of the covers whenever Spider-Man is in peril. I don't know why. I like it when like the suit's ripped or whatever, or he looks like the world's about to crash in on him. I just love those covers for some reason. Puma, like the shoes. Of course you went to shoes. And we started talking about on Monday Brand New Day, which is what Spider-Man eventually evolved into in the comic book series. Well, this is one of those one-shots from Brand New Day, the yearbook. And it talks about all these upcoming characters that arrive.
Do you have the What If, the other?
Maybe. I don't know. Send me the cover if you see it. But this is like all the new characters that they come up with. And I like that Spider-Man did that. They started brand new with the brand new day. There's some old classic villains in it, and we'll talk about it later. But they made all these brand new characters that they're starting to put things around. Of course, one of the biggest ones to come out of it was Anti-Venom. Anti-Venom is an amazing character, highly established now. He actually has his own figure. It actually came out a brand new day. And we'll get into that once we get into those. How we doing with it? Anybody in the ballpark?
Nope, everybody's scattered around it.
All right, guys, I'm going to narrow it down for you because I do want to give away a nerd shirt to one of you guys. It is between 450 and 550. You still remember the number?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so this one is technically not an Amazing Spider-Man. This is Web of Spider-Man, but it is Maximum Carnage Part 6 of 14. I have the entire series of Maximum Carnage. 4 of them are actually on my comic book wall. It's hard to see for the new people in here, but this entire wall on this side is covered in comic books. A couple of them are over there, but this one actually falls in line with Amazing Spider-Man, which is why I keep it with it. The next one is this is Amazing Spider-Man number 379, Maximum Carnage number 7 of 14. I love this cover so much. There is so much going on in this.
You can play for somebody else.
Yes, you can, Tar. I love this cover. There is so much going on. So many, I mean, Carnage, Venom, I can't remember that guy's name, Deathlock, and dang it, listen, nerd cred, I cannot remember his name. Doppelganger. There it is right there. Awesome cover. Absolutely love it. Here's some more Maximum Carnage. This is just Spider-Man. Like I said, Marvel will cash in on anything. Anytime they see this one point where they're like, hey, let's make 6 Spider-Man series at one time. Why? Why not? And they tied in Maximum Carnage to just Spider-Man. And this is number 8 of 14 whenever Venom got the gun to finally figure out how to get the suit off of Cletus Cassidy. Those of you who don't know, Carnage was created via the symbiote.
You can, Foxy.
The symbiote that is on all of them, Venom, and Peter Parker's blood. That's what actually created Carnage. And he got him this vicious psychopath killer named Cletus Cassidy. Cassidy? This is Maximum Carnage number 9 of 14. Spectacular Spider-Man. Just a cool cover in general. But again, with every one of these different comic books, like with Spectacular, just Spider-Man or Amazing, they're all different artists. So the covers are going to vary from, how the artist perceives it. You guys are getting in the ballpark. I only narrowed it down to 100. Part 12 of 14 of just Spider-Man, Maximum Carnage again. Carnage, just a badass cover. I love that Spider-Man has the web shield and it's actually being destroyed, so you're like, oh, is he gonna win? Is he gonna make it out of this? And then we have Spider-Man Unlimited, Maximum Carnage, the awesome conclusion. So this was the last one. They were trying to launch Spider-Man Unlimited. So this is how they fished you into getting it, is by entitling it to some big, long, drawn-out thing. Because you got to think about this. Back in the day, comic books only came out once a month. So when you wanted to read Spider-Man, you had to buy 3 or 4 copies to be able to read this. So you're talking 6, well, maybe 5 months of Spider-Man you had to buy constantly to be able to read Maximum Carnage. I keep seeing they're like
Candace's got it.
All right, Tandices, you guys win. I will send you guys a shirt. It was $5.35.
Yes, cicadas are fun to mess with, and I like to take their empty shells and put them on people's desks at work that completely hate them because
I didn't even see it come through.
I'm not scared of them. Well, because it came through with a bunch of them.
Oh, did it? Yeah, the answer was $5.35. See, you're right there, Fatality. It was
Everybody
right there.
got right there around
it was right around it.
It was $5.36 and a $5.37.
It was all around it.
Yeah.
All right, Tandice, you guys win the nerd shirt. So this is Maximum Carnage, just Spider-Man, part 4 of 14, and we're almost done, I promise. We're about to play it. I love the cover. It's got so many different characters on the front. It just looks so good. Didn't know you could keep guessing until the end. Oh.
Yeah, anytime we play
yeah, just roll the numbers out. That's just how it works.
You can only guess like one number at a time. Like, don't guess like 3 different numbers. And
yeah.
You got to one at a time.
I was playing for Fatality. Well, that's all right. And then we got Maximum Carnage number 2 of 14 in Web of Spider-Man, J. Jonah Jameson. And again, I like anything where Peter Parker's getting messed up and the suit's all torn. I love it. It looks good. And then Carnage, just with that evil Carnage look, like everything about Carnage is badass.
Tannis wants to give it to somebody who doesn't have one.
What? That's not how that works. You want it fair and square.
Who do you want to give it to?
Yeah, who do you want to give it to? If you want to give it out, then you definitely have to. All right, and then the last one in Maximum Carnage, of course, has to be Maximum Carnage number 1. Spider-Man Unlimited number 1 Maximum Carnage begins here. It actually began and ended with Spider-Man Unlimited. Just a badass cover, and you get that little taste of Carnage. Now, I don't believe that Carnage's first appearance was in this. I believe it was the previous Amazing Spider-Man issue, but I don't know. No, that's not how this works.
Well, if you want to play it this way, Tara and Young Molly are both playing for Fatality.
That's I don't know. It seems like I'm playing favorites, and I don't want to do that.
Well, you can just say another number.
Yeah, you guys got to pick. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't pick. You can pick a friend. You can pick something else. I can't do it because it seems like I'm playing favorites. And if I was going to play favorites, I'd just point to somebody and say, you get a nerd shirt. And that's not how this works. Why we do the numbers game. Again, why I said that if you already got one, don't play. Or if you play for somebody else, know who you're playing for. So there's the last look at Spider-Man Unlimited number 1. And then the last one that I have here, the one that's going to dive back in the bottom down here that I'll probably never read in my life, which is Amazing Spider-Man number 396, and it's got Daredevil on the front. Now that's actually Daredevil. They actually changed his outfit.
Just a bro, thanks for
Just a bro. Thank you very much, my friend. And thank you for contributing to the Bill of Nerds. So there is Daredevil, and actually I have that figure sitting right there. That is the Daredevil figure that you see in this comic book cover. So I kind of like that Daredevil. Granted, I really like the Netflix Daredevil costume. I think it looks really, really good. But this one's not bad. I like how it's kind of armorish. Like the sun. Welcome back, my friend.
Tannis says give it to Fatality.
Okay. Like I said, I can't choose. It doesn't make any sense for me to choose. That's why I do the numbers game. That's why I let you guys let fate choose. So you can't make me do it.
Well, Tannis picked Fatality fair and square. Fatality, you get a shirt.
At least neither Sony nor Marvel Studio touched Carnage.
Well, it's like Deadpool. You couldn't PG-13 Deadpool.
No, yeah, Carnage is one of those, like, you could probably do Venom PG-13. They kind of did it with Spider-Man 3, but, like, to do a true Venom, you would have to do at least PG-13, if not close to R, but Carnage has to be R. I mean, he is violent. Okay. He is a killer David Tennant.
Unicorn, you need to watch Daredevil because it's done awesomely. And yeah, how good of a villain does David Tennant play?
Oh, if you love Jessica Jones, Daredevil blows it out of the water. Now, I love Jessica Jones. It was awesome. David Tennant knocked it out of the water as the Purple Man. It was a beautiful show, the entire thing. But Daredevil, it's something else, man. It is awesome. I love it so much.
They're both beautifully done.
Now I feel like a wiener. Well, you are one. All right, guys. So
Tannis says they like playing the number game.
I know. Tannis, that is very awesome. You guys to donate a shirt to Fatality. Fatality, I'll hook you up on Instagram a little bit later and get all your info and send you out the shirt next week. It's going to be next week. So we are getting close to the end of the show. If you guys have not voted, make sure you vote in the wild card round. Marijuana, lube, rainbows, or whiskey. One of them's going to move on tonight. Guaranteed. Before that happens...
First amphibian to have one.
There you go. We're going to be playing Mad Libs. This was given to me by my friends Mr. and Mrs. Freddy's Ready. Amazing people. Awesome. And they sent me a couple packages. This was in one of them. We actually played previous Mad Libs due to them. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Ambrose watched a video of the bug racer and it kept running to the wall.
All right, guys, so I'm just going to flip to a page randomly.
You earned it.
You did. I don't want to do that one. Okay, this is actually pretty perfect. All right, so if you have never played Mad Libs before, you really should. It's fun. It's awesome. You guys get to find out what's going on. So I'm going to ask you guys for random words, mainly like adjectives, verbs, and stuff like that. I pick my favorite, what I think would work best in the story, and at the end, I'm going to read this cool story to you. And the tagline is, my car has a talent agent. So it actually fits in really well with the bug car from earlier.
I got you, Fatality. I knew what you meant.
We have to talk about what I owe you. Lots and lots of kisses. All right, so first off,
and britches.
I need an adjective. So tell me what your favorite adjective is. Throw some out there. Junicorn, if you're still in here, you can definitely throw out more than one adjective. Let's stay away from anything super sexual. I don't want to do the F word or anything like that.
Let's make it fun.
Yeah, make it fun. If you want to do like memories or something, that's fine, but random is what's fun.
Yeah. Okay, an adjective to refresh your elementary school.
Farting.
An adjective describes a person, place, or thing.
Well, farting could describe a person.
That can be an adjective.
All right, Junicorn, since I called you out pretty much on top, we're going to take farting for the very first one.
And Powerplug wants Powerplug used somewhere, so do you have a proper name?
What do you mean?
Powerplug, he wants his name used. And that would be funny.
I have a part of the body.
Part of the body works for Powerplug.
All right. I need a verb and another adjective, so whatever you think.
Verb and an adjective. Let's see. We've got sparkly, bloody, buff, gassy, epic. Do you like any of those? And we need a verb, guys.
Yeah, we need a verb too. Nibbles.
Nibble is a verb.
Oh.
Nibble is a verb.
Nerdy.
Nerdy is an adjective.
All right, we're gonna do nerdy just because it works. Because today is Nerd Day.
Okay, run, play, fap.
Be creative.
You like any of those?
Verb. Let's say I want a
run,
fun
play,
verb.
fap.
I want a fap.
Fap.
Yeah, fap. Fap for verb. I need an adjective and a color. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever had to ask for a color before. Lotion. Barrel roll. What can I want to use barrel roll so bad. Is that an adjective?
No, that's more of a thing.
Damn.
Barrel rolling could be an adjective.
I have a verb ending in ing.
Barrel rolling would be a verb ing.
Okay, we're gonna do barrel rolling just because that's ridiculous.
Okay, what else? What did you need?
I need an adjective.
Pink, purple, chartreuse for the color.
Pink, purple, chartreuse.
You can pick green, black, ginger, lemon yellow,
ginger,
blue,
horny pink. Oh, we're gonna do horny pink. Just because I want to know what horny pink is. Is that sort of like pink with like a little rosy red glow?
I would imagine it's like NARS orgasm blush.
Vermilion. Vermilion?
Would make it vermilion, which would make it pink with a hint of a gold glitter.
I still need an adjective. I need a good adjective.
An adjective.
All right, we're done with the color. No more color. Sorry.
Need adjectives.
I'm sorry. Like horny pink just like spoke to me. Fatality can be a color. Need an adjective and a plural noun.
Balls.
Did somebody say balls? Vermilion reminds me of Pokemon. Jack Black. Oh, you should have said it before I got to horny pink. Oh, I would have done it. Real. That one guy. What's going on, you back hook man?
Real is an adjective.
Nah, it doesn't. I want something random. Like, ridiculously random, but not vulgar. Does that make any sense? Corn. Is that plural?
It could be. Corns.
Oogling. Flying.
Flying could be an adjective. Party is an adjective.
Oh, this game fully unknew my grammar. Dirty South, listen, that's why she's here, not the sheep. That's why she's here, so that she can tell me what the hell an adjective is, because I don't like English.
It describes a person.
Listen here, Great Gatsby.
Gross, zesty.
Zesty.
Capricious. Is that how I pronounce that? Capricious?
Zesty. What is capricious?
I don't know. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. You just said how smart I am.
Butternut squash.
Butternut squash? Use that somewhere. Mom jeans. Greasy, breast, pimply.
I don't know. Butternut squash is kind of fun.
Butternut squashy can be an adjective.
Is that an adjective?
It can be.
Okay, butternut squash. I need 2 plural nouns and we're done. This is actually a pretty quick
mom
one.
jeans. Breasts. We are not using moist. That word is banned.
Extravagant. That's not plural. We need 2 plural nouns and we're done. This is actually a quick one. I should have looked at it differently.
Tickles to be.
Yeah, this one's got a bunch.
Tickles. With
Tickles.
Capricorns. Ruby. Oh, hi, Ruby. I read your name. I didn't read your name. Yeah, Mom Jeans thongs. Cornucopia. Fireworks.
We'll do mom jeans. I need one more.
Moist farts.
I had a few of those this week too. Phone booth.
Ducks. Ducks. That's for the theme earlier.
Okay, ducks. We'll do ducks for the last one. Who said ducks? Stacy, of course. Okay, guys. So that's it. I honestly didn't look at tater tots. Oh, damn! I would have done that one too. So this one actually didn't have very many in it. It only had that many. Generally, they have like 15 or 16. I'm sorry. We might be able to do another one. No, we won't. We'll do another one Friday. Hentai! Oh, what a used hentai. All right, so it's time to read this story that we wrote together as a team, as a nerd circle. All right, guys, it is called My Car Has a Talent Agent. I got to take a drink before I do this, too. Limerick. I made that. Just swish, you know. All right. My car has a talent agent. Here is a nerdy story that we heard might be true. Fap on and decide for yourself. Stephanie wanted to do something zesty at Comic-Con this year. I wonder. Her favorite part of the show, Supernatural, wow, there you go, was the brothers' car, Baby Horny Pink, 1976 Chevy Impala. Ever since Stephanie watched the first episode, she had dreamed of owning her own Baby Horny Pink. What would be cooler than barrel rolling her own demon hunting muscle car to Comic-Con? She searched used car ducks online and found only an old junker. Then she got her power plug dirty, working under the hood. Now that sounds ridiculous. Soon her work was complete, and Stephanie had a farting ride. She parked in front of the convention center. Fans swarmed, wanting to pose for mom jeans with the car. A woman in a suit looking very butternut squash approached Stephanie and invited the car to appear on the actual episode of Supernatural. Now Baby Horny Pink has her own talent agent. Thanks, Comic-Con. Nice! I don't know. It's just ridiculous how this stuff comes up. But I like how the car did a barrel roll, and then she got online. She got under with a power plug. Ah, ridiculous. Nice. Wicked Ruby, what is going on? Did you stop your 611-hour stream to come in here and say hello? It has been too long since I've seen you. Ghostbusters gone sexual. Yeah, it probably is. Sadly, we just don't have enough time to play another one tonight. But you know what? We'll play another one on Friday. If you guys come back, if you guys are new to this show, do a barrel roll. Do that, and then I do this show 2 times a week now. This week it's 3 times because today is International Nerd Pride Day, so I decided I had to do it. But I'll be back on Friday around 6 p.m. Central Time if you guys want to do it. That was great. That was a good one. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. So, I haven't done it in a while. But for the remainder of the show, I'm going to show off my package. Yeah! Tanda's family just got a little excited. I saw it. Holy shit. I used to do Mad Libs as a kid. Well, that's the purpose of this show, is to sort of relive your childhood. That's kind of what this is. To be honest, a lot of the stuff, if I didn't have the show, I probably wouldn't have purchased for myself. I like the stuff from the past, but, in order to bring it up in front of you guys to show it, and so that little tiny thing in the back of your mind goes, I had that. That's why I buy the individual tiny action figures and stuff, to just spark that childhood love inside of you. And the Mad Libs is definitely one of those things that you lived as a... Yeah, she definitely did. Woo! Package! Ooh, package. So, I actually thought that these were going to come in the box. I guess because of the great price, I should have known better. But they didn't come in the box. They came in a bag. It seems like they're all complete. But I'm going to open it up and find out what it is. Monday, I wish I had these, but I didn't. Oh my God, nerd laws on the back of a nerd shirt. Oh, that'd be a great idea. You're right. I like that. I like that. We got to write them out so they actually make, we kind of like piece them together.
Sense.
Yeah, we got to make them cohesive, perfect, right sentences. But that's a great idea. You're right. My package is bigger. Fatality. Fatality. But on Monday was International Turtle Day, and I've actually purchased these last week, forgetting that it was Turtle Day. But anyway, so I picked up these 4 turtle figures. These are the Nickelodeon posable figures. They're the classic collection. So these 6 Sense turtles, that's what she said. These 6 Sense turtles are actually from the cartoon series. And I purchased them, and I was like, cool, you know, I thought they were going to come in the box, but they didn't. But I got them for an amazing price. So all 4 turtles complete, hopefully in great conditions. Finish him. Yeah, thanks for getting me addicted again. Well, you guys got me addicted too. So, first out the bag, you got Donatello, and I can kind of see why these were cheaper than they were. The bases actually have defects in them.
You have a nice package.
I know he does. That's because he wants another nerd shirt. I don't know how he's doing. But you guys see how the U actually has a little defect with, like, it's not filled in, so you really can't see that it says turtles. I guess it's a defect. So in order, I got all 4 of these at an amazing deal, and that's probably the reason why. So there's the base that he stands on. Of course, you got Donatello's bow right there. And then Donatello in this weird, like, Gandhi pose.
Good night, Power Plug.
Power Plug, my friend, thank you so much for tuning in, man. I hope to see you on Friday. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, now I know why I got them at a cheap price.
They don't fit in their own
No, this is doof. We got drunk Donatello, which is hilarious for the show. But look at his eye. He's thinking way too damn hard. Donatello does my thing. And look at that. Look at that walleye right there. They're the ballet turtles. Yeah, they might be. Oh, that's hilarious. Like I said, I don't care. They're really cool in general, and they are 36 points of articulation, I believe, and they're the classic collection. Now, actually, down here, it's really hard to see on this shelf. I haven't got the lighting right, but I actually have the movie versions of these turtles, not wall-eyed. Donnie on the moonshine. Oh, that's hilarious. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. All right, so let's pick up the next one at random. We got Leonardo in the bag. Old Donnie from the South. Donnie getting in the moonshine. Hey, you know what? Leo doesn't have a messed up eyeball. So that's 1 out of 4 ain't bad, right? All right, so looking at his stand, it is not messed up. Well, no, I'm sorry, it is. The E on the Leonardo is actually missing. I mean, that's something that a Sharpie can fix. Like, everything else is really, really clear on it. It's a good stand. Donatello's lay off the whiskey. All right, so here's Leonardo. And the best thing about this is it is very 80s. Like, these feel like they're from the 80s. Now, he's a solid figure. His eyes aren't wall-eyed. He's not playing in the moonshine. Yeah, it's actually a great figure. So this right there, this paid for itself. Those figures alone are now, because they're sort of like, they don't make them anymore, they're like $35 to $40 each in the box. So, and he's got both of his katanas with the blue on it and a little place to put them. See what I'm talking, Michael Bay? Because you don't understand how to make figures where they can put their weaponry. I bet Raphael is the best. I hope he doesn't have a walleye. So there's Leonardo. Looks really good. And of that figure, the only problem is the E on the Leonardo on the stand. Who cares? That's awesome and totally worth it. So next on the list is Michelangelo, and he's got some walleye, but it's not as bad as Donatello. He looks like something over there is going on. Mr. Killer Quinso, what's going on, my man? I got your invitation tonight, man, but I was really busy doing something else. So I'm sorry I didn't get to pop in and check out. I believe you were doing Uncharted, if I remember it right. But good to have you back in here, my friend. So let's look at the base. It's got a little bit of damage in the middle of it. But, I mean, overall, everything's very legible. The U on the turtles, this must have been made on a Friday. Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker's going to be in the new Star Wars. Oh, Rogue One looks so damn good. One thing that's cool about this is that his nunchucks are actually metal. Like, the chains are actually metal on it. That makes a solid figure anytime you incorporate metal and plastic. Where are these toys made? Mexico? Probably. All right, so Mikey is the figure's in pretty good condition. It looks really good. It's not bad, and he doesn't have the Donnie walleye, but something is going on over there, and we don't know what it is, but he will not stop looking at it. So
he's like one of those 1960s Barbies.
Something is over there, and he's watching it, and he's not gonna stop until it goes away. Saved the best for last. Of course I did. I'm off to cook dinner, then to finish my bracelet. Well, I need some more bracelets, girl. Make me a bracelet. I want a bracelet. So there's Mikey. And like I said, again, one thing I like, there's a place to put the weaponry. And it just, I mean, it makes it awesome. Like when you can store the weapons on them. Now, I know the classic 80s Turtles figures, they didn't have a place for every weapon. But overall, it still looks pretty good. Rainbows. Ron Mexico painted him after 35. This one's not bad. This one is not that one. Like Donnie is messed up. Like Mikey's just watching Donnie be messed up. Like that's what's going on.
That's what he's looking at.
That's what's going on. We're about to wrap it up. Make sure you guys vote. Marijuana, Haloob, Rainbows, or Whiskey. One of them's gonna be moving on to face off in the wild card finale. Show Nunchucks, Baka missed him. Well, that's what he gets for getting up. I'm sorry, man. That's not how this game works. And, damn! For those of you who don't know, Raphael is my favorite figure, is my favorite turtle, and one of my favorite characters of all time. That's why I saved him for last. He does kind of have a little bit of Donatello going on. I'll show the size first. You got to get Uncharted 4, bro. I'm going to. Mona Lisa, Michelangelo. The hell are you looking at? So the size, pretty badass. It looked pretty cool. I like it that they're painted like Leonardo's handles are blue. His are red. Donatello's got the purple. I like that.
Did you get Shredder or did you just get the 4 turtles?
I just got the 4 turtles. That's all I got. And he's not terrible, but that's what Raphael looks like. Oh. Hey. Ninja kick the damn rabbit. Oh, bootleg turtles, man. What can you do? It's funny, and I don't care. It's neat. And the fun fact about this is I actually have this actual figure in the box still. Like, I didn't get the other ones because they actually are very expensive. But I got all 4 of these for the price of one of them in the box. So it's totally worth it, and it's absolutely hilarious on show. That's why we're friends, Team Raph. Yeah, I really am. I'm Raphael to the core. And it's not terrible, but it's funny, so that's what makes it fun. And the last one is, his base, which just that little U just isn't painted. That's the only problem with it. Easy fix, no problem. We'll see, roofies? Yeah, Bill Cosby got into my turtle collection. Crap. With the pudding and the roofies. Put them in the toilet. Put them in the toilet, put the little blue stuff, mix it around. So you have a Stone Dawn, Paranoid Mikey, Cross-Eyed Raph, and Leonardo is the only one that is perfect. He's just like, these guys are just idiots. Now we know what's so interesting in Mikey. Looks like Special Ed from Crank Yankers. You're exactly right. You're right. What was one of those ones? Hey, lady! Looks like you bought them straight from eBay. Got mine. The turtles won't stand up right. Yeah, I did get it from eBay. But you know what? They're still cool figures. I don't hate them. They're fun. They're
going to be on the shelf. Nobody's going to see their face.
Yeah, they're hilarious. Classic movie Turtles figures at Walmart for 20 each. Yeah, you talking about, they've actually made a new set that have interchangeable heads at Walmart. They look really cool. They got the Nickelodeon banner on them. Put one with Fish Meat. They're a little bit too big for Fish Meat's tank right now, and right now he's playing with this little green ball. Alright guys, it is time to figure out who's going to be moving on in the Ultra Random Brawl. We got a tie. You guys got to vote. Make sure you guys vote. We got a tie going on.
There will be no ties.
There will be no ties.
If I have to break it, I might not pick your favorite.
Yeah, that's right. I know a few of you haven't voted because we might have 40 votes. Yeah, but somebody's got to vote. If you've already voted, maybe it didn't go through. You got to do it. Leo didn't do drugs. You're right. Make sure you vote. Marijuana, lube, rainbows, or whiskey. Type it in and see it with the capital letters. Make it happen, guys. Does the seller, what? What does it say? Does the seller what?
Does the seller have more?
Yeah, it does. The seller has a whole bunch. I think there's like 24 left whenever I bought it. Nope, that didn't do it. Fish Meat needs a wife named Sushi. Oh, that's a good one, but the problem is with betas is you can't store them together. Betas, and when I first got him, somebody said, well, how do they mate? And I'm like, well, that's a damn good question. But you have to set up an aquarium where they have like a little like leafy area for the female to go into, and that way she can sort of hide from the male beta and stuff like that. So I don't know. Okay, that's it. It is time to find out who is going to be moving on in the Ultra Random Brawl Wild Card Round. Boom shakalaka. I didn't do it. You guys chose it. Who's it going to be? Whiskey takes it. 15. Rainbows gets 10. And marijuana only 12, and then Lube gets the blue 6. Man, everybody apparently likes to go in dry and drunk. Apparently that's what we learned from this show. They should have made the Turtles use more profanity in the movies. I don't know. Depends on whose volume you're looking to. So there you guys go. On Friday, we're going to find out who is the finale in the wild card. It turns out that Whiskey will be taking on Friendship in the wild card finale. Yeah, that person, whoever wins that round, Monday show, goes to the finale. We're going to find out who is going to take the ultra random prize. So we'll be narrowed down to either pizza, vagina, whiskey, or friendship. Holy crap, you people are all screwed up. I'm serious. What am I going to do with you? Seriously. They can be the couple that swims in different tanks. Some of y'all like to go in dry. They do. They like to go in dry and drunk because Lube got the worst and Whiskey got the most. I mean, seriously, this reflects on me as well. It's not just you guys. It reflects back on me. It's like the whole class just got in trouble. And that's it. Nobody gets to feed the fish this week. For cooking, not drinking. Just spit on it. Yes, that's exactly right. Have a good night, Jizzy and Jeja. Thank you so much, Louis Fears, and thank you so much for the bronchitis. I really appreciate it. Not a lot of people would take time out of their time out of their day to cough in a box and send it halfway across the country. You are a certain level of class. Calling it now, Friendship will win. I don't know. It's all up to you, weird people. Vagina and Whiskey for the finale. Well, it's pizza and vagina are already in it. The final one will be decided tomorrow. On Friday. It's just going to be a wild card round. It's probably going to be a shorter show, just because it only is one round. And then Monday will be the grand finale. It'll be fun for everyone. Till your daddy takes a T-bird away. We're going to go with that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to tell you this. It is Wednesday, and you have gotten yourself a nerdy show on Wednesday. And I said, no more Wednesday shows, but I came out of hiding. I am sick with bronchitis. I know you can't tell because I had a lot of speed, a little bit of steroids, and I got my brand new nerd inhaler. See, that should be one of those rights we got to put on there. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in to The Nerdy Effect. I will be back on Friday at 6 p.m. Central. I hope you guys tune in. We're going to be talking more about comic books. I'm probably going to pull out some more pops this time. It might show you another package that I got going on because Toy Dan Nerd sent me something. But ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jizzy. This is The Nerdy Effect. That is Fish Meat swimming up in there. He is the class pet. That is Side Sheep, the show co-host of the Moses. And the Ginger guys would like to give you guys a long la. So ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a nerd circle on this crazy, lovely, international nerd appreciation show. I'll see you all on Friday.
Yeah.
It's a Nerdy Effect Trace Point 0. 3.0. Trace Point 0. Trace Point 0. Beatbox. Nerdy Effect. Trace Point 0. Trace Point 0. 3.0. It's the Nerdy Effect. Trace Point 0. Not the dose. Not the dose. 3.0.
3.0.
They have that long?
Oh, and you let it go.